qualifying complete here at Oulton Park. A very interesting session, a little bit sketchy from what everyone's been saying, but talk us through it for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a decision whether or not to go on slicks or wets to the start. Sort of light skiff of rain there, and luckily the first 2 laps were a bit sketchy, and got through it, and then the tyres turned on hopefully, and just trying to get through, get a clean lap. First half of the session was nice and clean, then the track obviously dried out, and of course the back markers then were in the way, so it was a case of risking it for a good lap or taking it easy, so not too bad.
Yeah. How tricky was it balancing really pushing, because Oulton Park's a bit of a commitment track with some big send corners around the circuit, but then also nursing it around, especially in the early stages when it's very slippery?
Yeah, it's hard enough. I think you have to take it easy, and you can judge some corners off others. It's quite a small track, so some tracks you would get a real wide spread of distance, so there'd be rain on one part and it'd be dry on another, but here it'd be reasonably consistent, so it's tricky enough, but I think once you know where you're going, it's easy enough then to put the lap together.
Now, with the first race coming up very shortly later this afternoon, what's the expectation for that? And sort of, I presume for you as a driver, you just want the weather to make its mind up on what it's doing, I guess.
Yeah, well, starting from 5th in the first race, so that's the 3rd row, and it would be nice for the weather to make a decision, but it's not always the case here at Oulton anyway. But I think we'll just try and stick with the pack, stay on, and pick people off if we get a chance. Yeah,
you've got some really quick guys ahead of you. How important is it going to be sort of sticking with those and trying to keep up with them throughout the race?
Yeah, it's seriously important, especially for me. This is my first time here, and it'll be the first race as well. So sticking with the guys that have been here for a few years and know where they're going, especially in these type of conditions. There's a lot to be learnt, and I think it's a good idea to stay behind them and learn rather than try and pass them for the track position.
You obviously mentioned it being your first time at Oulton Park. Thoughts so far? What's it like to learn?
Oh, it's a brilliant track. Not a lot of runoff, so there's not a lot of room for error, but a real adrenaline buzz.
Yeah. Absolutely. Best luck for the rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you very much.